Hello everybody, it is Plays Origin. I'm back at you today with another video. And as you can see, we're going to be doing something a little different today because we do not have a game on the screen. So for today, what we're going to be doing is we are going to look at some of the cooler stuff that I have collected over the years. That's in my opinion, by the way. Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm a collector. I like to collect a lot of things whenever I go traveling or go on vacations or anything like that. And the way we're going to go through all these items is just in the categories of how I got them or where I got them or on the same trip. So the first three items we're going to start off with, I all got on the same trip. It was either I want to say it was in Myrtle Beach. Yes, this was all in Myrtle Beach. Sorry, I was trying to decide if it was Myrtle or Virginia Beach. It was Myrtle Beach. And this first thing right here is, as you can see, let me get it real close to the camera. Get that in focus. But as you can see, it is a Shuriken. And these are actually only legal to own so long as you do not carry them around with you. So you can have them as like luggage in a car if you're traveling like I did. And I've actually only seen these sold in Myrtle Beach. So, and that was in 2016, I believe, is when I got it. But yeah, so this is a Ninja Star Shuriken. Really cool. Throw it like that or like that, or you know how you throw Ninja Stars. Alright, so that's the Ninja Star. The next thing I'm going to show you... Whoops, I dropped it. Give me 1 second. The next thing I'm going to show you is actually also illegal to carry around with you on your person. And that is this. Now, this is not a true stiletto, but it is a Switchblade. Now, what I really like about this is the handle design and the blade design on it. As you can see, it's got a really cool handle and blade design. Got really nice. It's probably my card. I doubt that's real rock. But it's probably micarta in the handle. That is real metal on the handle, and yeah, it is. Like I said, it's legal to carry around with you, so long as it's luggage purposes for transporting it. Like I said, this was also found in Myrtle Beach. Actually, at the same place I found the Shuriken. By place, I mean the same store. So yeah, that is my Switchblade. Then the next thing I got, and this is really cool for me because I really like biology and animals, is a preserved shark. It says shark at the bottom on this little foam pad. And as you can see, it's a nice little preserved shark in there. I think it's really cool because this is an actual shark. It isn't fake. It is actually preserved in some sort of solution. I do not know what the solution is off the top of my head. But yeah, so that is really, really cool to me. Then the next things we're going to go over are probably, in my opinion... Actually, you know what? We're going to go over something else before those. We're going to go over what I think is the coolest thing that I have. And that is this plaque right back here. So now, for those that can't tell, this is an Eagle Scout plaque because I wasn't scouting for the vast majority of my life. I joined scouting when I was in kindergarten, and I was in it till I aged out. So, yeah, this is what makes this so cool. As you can see, it says John Fitzgerald. Well, I'll just read it. It says John Fitzgerald, January 31st, 2019, Troop 419, Eagle Scout. So yeah, my birthday is January 22nd, but I technically got done with the final, board of review. If you know what those are, there's like, you meet with like scout masters and that, but as your last requirement to rank up, and then you just have a meeting. They talk about it. That's really just a formality. But like I said, what makes this so cool is that I don't know any other troop that does this. I really honestly don't. So this was hand carved by one of my troops, former, or not former, but older Eagle Scouts from the past. And he recently started doing it several years back. And this is something that not every Eagle Scout gets. It's not something that every Eagle Scout, even in my troop, has gotten or will get. This is just something very neat that he does for every Eagle Scout. Like I said, this is all hand carved, hand polished. This plate was hand put on there. And it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go hang this back up. Then we'll get right back to it, everybody. All right. So now the next thing we're going to go over are just this is going to really show me nerding out here, but for anyone that doesn't know, I am a massive fan of Harry Potter. And you can probably guess it by that. And this is a replica of the prop of the sword of Godric Gryffindor. See, it's try and get the light doesn't reflect on it too bad. It says Godric Gryffindor on there. This is, okay, so I really love this because one of the things that makes it so special is my grandparents actually got it for me. And it's a really cool replica of it. The only thing is it's not made out of the best metal. As you can see, there's a little chip right there, but it still looks absolutely amazing. And I got this for Christmas. Now the other things that I got for Christmas that I have here are right here. This is a 4-piece box set of collector's editions knives. So as you can see, we've got a deer right there, a bald eagle, a wolf, and a bear design on the handles. So these are knives not really meant to be used, but let me see if I can get one out and show you what they look like opened. And they're a little small in the handles, and the blades are real small and stubby. Because like I said, they aren't really designed to be used. They're more designed to be displayed. And that is how I have them. I have them on display, not for use. I have them for display. Alright, we'll put that one back on in there. Okay, so bunch of collector's knives that my parents got for me for Christmas. So those are really neat themselves. Next up, we will go through something I got at the Renaissance Fair. Again, showing how nerdy I am. This, again, like I said, I really love to collect swords and knives. So this is something I got at a Renaissance Fair. This is an actual sword. And it's got, hold on, let me get this out, if I can get it out. There we go. It's got this little mini dagger in the front of it. I don't even know that I call this a dagger. It's just like a little knife, like a little letter opener type deals, I guess, what you could use it for in modern times. Alright, so let's put that away, and then we'll get the big guy out. And that. And then flip that out. And as you can see, the sword does say for glory, as well as the little dagger knife. It does have a sharpened edge on it. It's got a little pointed back here for you. It isn't really a realistic medieval weapon. It's more of like a fantasy style sword to it. It's got more of that fantasy look to it than, say, would a actual true medieval sword have to it. But yeah, so this is really cool because it does have, like I said, a sharpened edge on it. I don't know if you guys can see it up there, but it's edge, and it's got a really sharp point on it. Let's see if I can get it in camera. Yeah, so like I said, it's a really that could have ended very bad. It is a really cool sword that I've got up on display. Alright, so we'll put that away. And then the next things we have are going to be our last, but they are the last 4 things. And now these came from a trip that I will absolutely never forget. I was lucky enough to get to go on a Europe trip to Spain and Italy for school. And I am part Italian, so that was really neat for me. But one of the things I really loved was we actually got to go see the Colosseum in Rome. And I got this little statue of it. It's a little replica of the Colosseum. But it's not the replica that makes this so special and cool to me. It's the fact that I actually got this in Rome from a gift shop in the Colosseum itself. Well, not actually in the Colosseum, but right by it, in the same land area as the Colosseum. And while I didn't actually get to go down and look inside of it, where this little area is, those lines are actually there, by the way. There's more lines there than what they actually show, but because what's cool at the bottom is the floor fell out. And underneath that floor, they have all kinds of these networks to transfer animals and gladiators around underneath the Colosseum. So that was that part of the trip. Then the next place we went to is, Rome was one of the last places we went to, but another place we went to was Gaudi, Barcelona. All right, Barcelona. There we go. See the little plaque on there that says Barcelona. And this is really, really cool because this is a actual miniature figurine of what the Sagrada Familia will look like. And for those of you that don't know what La Sagrada Familia is, it's a church called the Sacred Family that has been under construction for hundreds of years. Or no, it was either 100 or hundreds of years. Forgive me if I misspoke on that. But that is really cool because, like I said, it's a beautiful building to see. Absolutely spectacular. And it's amazing to be in that site and see the work of this man that started the design and construction of it 100 years ago. This building has been under construction for, I'm right. It was only over 100 years, not hundreds. But for over 100 years, this building has been constructed because the designs were so intricate and so difficult that, it's just, even with modern day technology, it's still hard to build stuff that intricate and to that magnitude that the original designer and architect had made. But next on our list is the coolest stuff that I've got. And this is, for those of you that don't know, Toledo, Spain is where these next 2 items are from. And for those of you that don't know, Toledo, Spain is a place that is very widely known for its blacksmithing and its metal for blacksmithing. And that's what this is. This is a hand-forged dagger from Toledo, Spain. And look at it. It's got an amazing design work on the blade there. This one, unfortunately, I would like to get an edge put on this, but my parents will not let me. Or correction, my mother will not let me. But c'est la vie. But yeah, this is a really cool dagger. It's got a really cool what do you call this thing up here? I know what it's called. I'm drawing a blank on it. Well, I'll think of it later. Pommel. That's what it is. This pommel up here has got a really cool design on it. As you can see, it's got a really cool handle design, a guard design. It's even got a little up at the base here. That you can see that little design right there on the hilt of the blade. And it's got a really cool, really good, nice designs on the top and bottom of the sheath for it. And then you just put it away like that. And there you have it. And then the final item we have, I have to show you guys today, will be this behemoth of a sword. This also came from Toledo, Spain. And for those of you that don't know I want to say it's the Immortal series or the Highlander series. This is the main character's sword from it. And back when I went to Spain, I was a really big fan of the series. I can't remember the main character's first name off the top of my head right now. I'm sure it'll come to me eventually, and I'll be really upset I couldn't get into the video. But yeah, this is a traditional Scottish Highlander sword. It is very hefty, and for people like me that haven't trained to wield this properly, it is a two-handed weapon. But back in the times when this was regularly used by the Scottish Highlanders and their knights, it was a one-handed sword. You had a shield, and then you had full plate armor. So, and this is probably a good 15 pound blade, at least, at the bare minimum. And yeah, so this is quite a hefty blade. There's a lot of metal in it. Again, no real point or edge to it, but still really cool in my opinion. So I love the leather handle work. It's very easy to grip and then I love the attention to detail, as you can see right here, all along there, and I just love blacksmithing and bladesmithing. I'd love to learn how to do it sometime if I can get a place where it would be suitable to be able to put a forge down. I'd love to learn how to, and then I can make my own stuff like this. But that is it for today's video, everybody. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. I am putting out daily content now, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Have a nice day.